They say.
I thought it was Bam Blam.
Something like that.
I
And when
think
you
it is.
said Ramblin' Man, I was like, oh, I'm an idiot.
No, I think Ramblin' Man is an entirely different song.
Actually,
Buffalo.
it is. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Isn't that a Leonard Skinner song?
Yeah, I was
Possibly.
just thinking maybe that the terminology.
Nah, I was just saying it because that's what you were. Oh, Angry Joe didn't have a very good video about Fallout 76 beta.
Really? Good. We can
Yeah.
talk about that. I haven't seen it. That'll be our news other than Red Dead. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start this. Oh, I'm actually already started. There's a delay. Hello, you turkeys, and welcome to episode 16 of the Side Quest Gaming. What are you laughing at podcast?
Hey, Jive Turkey.
You jive turkey.
JT.
I can't even get through the intro. This is a weekly podcast where four longtime friends sit around and discuss video games and movies and television shows, live streaming, and other nerdy shit they like to get into on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly basis. I am one of your hosts. My name is Wes. To my left, you have the lovely TJ. Above him, you have Zach. And this still photo of the GQ model from Old Navy is Pascal.
Old Navy.
I don't know. Your picture looks kind of like an Old Navy commercial. So, those are my hosts as always. Anyway, we had a big long show last week and it was really good. And I don't think we're going to be able to top it, but we're going to try. We got lots of stuff to talk about this week, even. So, I don't know. First, we're going to catch up with what we've done all week. And it's only been 1 week this time, so we're good to go. Terry, why don't you take it away, TJ?
Oh, man. I did so much.
Fill us up with information.
So, what did we do this week? So, this week, I played some PUBG. We all saw that coming. That's all I ever do in my spare time. But whatever they did with last week's maintenance will probably be ruined by this week's maintenance as their trend. But the game felt really good for a few dudes that only get to play a couple hours a night, one night. And if you take it 3 days, so 2 for 6 hours, we come out with 4 chicken dinners and a bunch of second places. So
that's awesome.
It's starting to shape up as a team, I think. So I enjoyed playing. It felt good. I don't think anything's changed. I think I saw last night on Facebook they're going to be releasing some more characters, I guess in line with Fortnite releasing NFL skins. They have now decided to make which is actually pretty clever if they bring in the baseball bat. But they are going to make a Joker and Harley Quinn skin. And I think it'll have I don't know.
Probably not.
I didn't look very far into it. But the Joker looked pretty badass running around with the Tommy gun, which reminded me of the old Joker on the cartoon series. Always had that Tommy gun shooting it. And Harley Quinn looked like the regular Harley Quinn from the movies with her bat that said, what did the bat say? I already forgot now. Was it puddin'?
Oh,
on
Lord.
the side of it or something?
I have no clue.
But anyway, so they brought some skins. They haven't come out yet. They're supposed to be coming soon. We're still pondering if we're going to get a snow map. It is winter time. Winter is coming, Jon Snow. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, that's about all it did. It ran pretty smooth. I didn't feel like I had very many latency issues. I thought I had a bad latency issue. I watched the replay of my death cam, and I did not. My toes were sticking out from the door, so I got shot in the toe.
Death by toe.
Yep. I think that's all I played this week. We had an adventure. I went out on an adventure. I went to meet some other streamers and a couple of guys that I play PUBG with.
Enchantment.
Ooh.
Yeah, so went and hung out with the Blitzkill and the Big Shy. And we all went out on a little dinner date, had a steak dinner, and then we went to the movies together, which was very interesting to see 3 dudes take up 3 rows of seats so nobody else could sit in them. We acted like we really liked each other then. But that was a good time. We went and saw, and we'll go right into what we watched this week. Halloween. Very disappointed. For you
Oh,
Halloween fans, you may be able to score it higher than me just because you like Halloween. I'm not. I don't want to say I'm not a Halloween fan, but I'm not a fan. So I
Are
could
you not a
watch it.
fan of slasher movies, or is it specifically?
I don't think I'm a fan of slasher movies. I like to watch people die and get murdered in various ways.
Who
So
doesn't?
yeah, but it's just sometimes it's just cliche, and you can only see a man stand out in the distance so many times and then catch up to you instantly before it just gets old.
you can only have 10 or 11 Michael Myers movies, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So performance wise, I think I don't know.
Who is even in that?
Jamie Lee Curtis, go she's in it
Again.
still. And then a bunch of people I didn't recognize. Coach off of Remember the Titans. I can't think of his name, the actor. He was the coach with the daughter. Hayden Panettiere was the daughter. Come on, somebody, sports dude, help me out there.
No,
Anyways, you guys will know who I'm talking about if you look it up.
Denzel Washington.
That's what I was going to say.
No, the white coach.
Racist.
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid.
I don't think so. Is it?
No.
Anyways,
I never saw Remember the
go on.
Titans.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. There wasn't very many people that I recognized in the movie.
You've never seen Remember the Titans?
I knew that was coming. Never.
That
Wow.
surprises me.
And yeah, really.
I never live it down either.
You should
add that to the list. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you should
expect that
not
from
live
you,
it down.
Pascal. But I think Wes should see that movie. I think you'd really like
Oh,
it.
I need to.
Yeah.
It used
So
to be the go-to movie in middle school. I'm sorry.
oh no, you're fine. You're fine. I like the movie too. I just can't remember any of the actors' names, but that's me. I don't really remember their names. Maybe one day on one of these podcast episodes, I'll come in and know a name for you guys. So man, Big Shy is probably going to kill me. I'm sorry, Shy, if you're listening, but I gotta give it. I mean, I gave it a 5 out of 10.
Better than The
Not, I
Rock.
mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad. I mean, it's definitely better than Rock, but still, I went into it way higher expectations. There's parts in it. I'm not going to ruin anything for you guys.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell us he kills people.
No, a spoiler alert. There's a dance. So, Ed, you know what happens at this dance?
Teenagers
guess.
teenagers try to have sex and they get killed.
No and no. Teenagers dance, and for 15 minutes, you watch the sequence go on, waiting to see Michael Myers in the background to just be let down, and you just
Oh, so they Last Jedi'd it, try to do everything
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, so
You'll never expect this.
waste of time for a movie that was an hour and 30 minutes, and you spent 15 minutes watching a bunch of kids at a school dance.
Was it supposed to build suspense? Is that what they were shooting for?
I think that's. I mean, that's what it was doing to me. But that's. Maybe that is a spoiler. Maybe I just spoiled everybody's suspenseful moment. Like they're
Right.
supposed to be going, and nothing happened. So,
Man, how could you?
but
Not like I'll ever watch it.
yeah. So if you want to watch it, sneak into the movie theater. No, I don't condone that. That's bad.
Shit, I do.
Don't sneak into the movie theater at the last 25 minutes. So that was one of the things that Blitzkill said. He goes, "Hey, there's only 25 minutes left," and I was like, well, how are they going to start the movie with 25 minutes left? And they did, and they ended it 25 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just let down by it. 5 out of 10. We started the new Sabrina series. I started out very dark series. I'm digging it. I feel like it's. I think we had this. Did we have this discussion last week where it was like it's supposed to be following the comic more closely than the Nickelodeon Sabrina?
Correct.
Okay.
So it is like darker, you said?
Oh yeah.
Very dark.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you start out in the first 5 minutes with a pretty cool death.
Oh, okay. That's completely different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's tons of death and destruction going on through the whole series.
Yes. So I think we watched 2 episodes. it doesn't have me drawn in like Haunting of Hill House, but I'll definitely watch it to finish it because I want to see where it goes. So it's got me interested. We'll say that. I'm not going to rate it until the end of the show.
It definitely
Or
has
the
some
series.
teenage angst going on that if that's not your thing, it can take away
Yeah.
from
I got to see a little bit of it. My wife was watching it, and I watched a little bit of it. Pretty cool. But yeah, it also kind of looked like serious witch stuff mixed in with the Twilight or Vampire Diaries teenage drama bullshit.
Yeah, I could see that. But I like I said though, I enjoyed it.
I don't think
I
so,
think
Lizzo.
I want to finish it out and see where it goes. Lizzo won't like it because it has women in it.
Hold on. Does she?
Just messing with you, Lizzo.
Does she really, Lizzo?
Yeah, I had heard that too.
I had no idea. They might have a tie-in in there. I don't know.
I didn't care much for Riverdale though. I thought that Netflix series was garbage.
On Netflix series, CW.
Can you explain the conversation we're having because I didn't have it up and I'm
Riverdale
lost,
is
so other people listening will
Archie,
be.
the Archie comics. My wife watches the shit out of that.
I don't know. I didn't care for
Gotcha.
Riverdale.
I don't know what Riverdale is, so
I just said it's the Archie comics on
That
TV
doesn't
show.
mean anything. I don't know what
What's
that
up?
means. What are the Archie
What's
comics?
the
Really
Archie comic?
old comic, really, really, really old comic
Oh.
books. Like my uncle had some, and he used to talk about them all.
Oh, I
Okay.
think I've seen those like on the. They still got them, right? Like when I'm walking around, I almost said where I worked at work, and they're on like the end caps at the checkout in the magazine aisle.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. I'll have to think
If
about
you
it.
Google it, you'll know.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I do. I think I do know. Because they reference it in the opening, right? The opening of the scene, there's like a TV show and it looks like an Archie comic. I think I do know what
Yes.
Archie is. Yes, I do. Okay, I got it. I'm sick tonight, guys. I'm out there.
And we've come full circle.
Yep. Back
Yep.
to the beginning.
So that's all I did this week, guys. Went out and had some fun, visited some friends that I've never met before, and it was a good time.
Awesome.
Swoop.
Yep. So we'll go over to see what Zach did this week.
Oh boy, what did I do? I finally bought The Witcher. I don't think, did I talk about that last week?
No, I don't think so. Maybe.
Well, I've
Maybe you
put
did
about-
mention.
Yeah, I might have mentioned it, but I might not have had time to actually play much of it.
Yeah.
I've put about 20 hours into it since I picked it up, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm contemplating starting over again because I think I want it to be more difficult, but I'm not very far in the game yet, so I think I need to let it wait a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm playing on the second to highest, the Blood and Broken Bones, but not the Death March.
Can you change it in the middle of the game or no?
I'm not sure. I honestly didn't look.
I think
Probably.
you can.
You might not get an achievement if there's a Steam achievement for playing through on the hardest difficulty, though. But so did that. I'm really liking it. The combat feels nice. I have one complaint about the combat though, and it's a little. I'm sure some people are gonna think I'm ridiculous for saying this. A little forgiving because you can just dodge cancel out of any attack, which is weird for an action game, I think.
Oh, I didn't know you could.
Oh yeah, you can be almost hitting a guy and press the B button and stop your attack and dodge out of the way. It just seems a little
Arcade.
overpowered. What? Sorry. Your message confused me. So yeah, digging The Witcher. I like the story. Not super far into it, but I'm having a good time. I finally played some Rockstar table tennis, despite it having been backwards compatible for a while.
Nice.
And I will tell you that game holds up incredibly well. If you're a fan of sports games of any kind, I think you'll love Rockstar table tennis.
What is so special about that game? It's ping pong, right?
It is a
I really
game
want to
game,
understand.
but it's the gameplay. Like, it's just, you've got your normal, like it's a regular tennis game kind of gameplay where, yeah, you're just hitting the ball back and forth, but they work a lot of controls in together and it feels real intuitive once you get used to it. So there's no marker on the table for where you're going to return the ball to. But as you get in place, you charge up your hit, and while you're charging up your hit, you use the joystick to aim it, and it vibrates, giving you an idea of how close to the center of the table or the edge of the table you are. Which
Because
doesn't
it's like
sound-
first person, right?
No, it's off the table. You can play versus on the same screen. It's got couch action. But yeah, it's not first person. It just feels good. It feels good and it still stands up. And I just think I've never played another game that gives you that vibration feeling for when you're going out of bounds. I don't know if maybe there just hasn't been another game that needs it, but it's really cool when you start playing with it.
Well, I'm glad I didn't. Well, no, it's backwards compatible, so I can get rid of my 360 again.
Yeah, it's backwards compatible. Who needs any game except for Rockstar Table Tennis? But no, Crazy Killer stopped by last week. He was in town, and we sat down. We played that for a couple hours. Had a blast. It's got unlockable courts and unlockable characters, but the characters, for the most part, almost feel the same, except for the Swedish god Jesper with the maxed out power that is so hard to play against.
You know, those Swedes tennis.
Definitely. So yeah, those were the two major games I played. I played a little bit of Overwatch, played a couple rounds of PUBG, and really brought the winning team down for a couple games in a row.
He lies.
And then, no, I don't. I had an awful showing. We finished Sabrina, my girlfriend and I thought it was a great ride from the start to the end. I was gripped by it immediately.
How many
The
episodes?
ending was
How many episodes is it?
10. 10 episodes in the first part, and they're supposed to do a second part of 10 episodes, and I believe that's it. I don't think they've announced doing a third part to the series. But yeah, it stayed dark and grim and gruesome through all 10 episodes, and it had a little bit of teenage angst kind of sort of stuff going on, but what do you expect from a story centered
About
on a
teenager.
teenage girl for the most part? So that was cool. Really cool character interactions. Just a cool, well-built world. Hilda and Zelda are in it, and they play Sabrina's aunts again. And then there's a fourth character, main character, I guess. Who is it? I don't remember. Ambrose. He's
Cousin?
He's Sabrina's cousin, somehow related. Salem the cat is in there. However, Salem doesn't talk to anyone except for Sabrina. It seems like, I don't know, I have a theory that they combined Salem's character and Ambrose's character into Salem the cat in the Nickelodeon series.
All I know is I saw like 20 minutes of it, and these two guys met, and one of them was like, "I'm a demon," the other was like, "Well, I'm a warlock," and he's like, "Yeah, well, I got this lizard," and they went back to see the lizard, and they threw each other's clothes off and started making out on the floor, and I was just like, "All right, I don't know what's going on."
Almost right. I don't think the other dude's a demon, but
well, whatever.
When did I miss that?
That is like episode 3 or 4.
Spoilers.
Hey.
Dude's getting into it.
You don't know who the warlocks are.
I don't know. There's a
Dad
couple
was one.
orgies in there too.
All right.
Yeah.
Listening.
Let me get some episodes and time.
Get down to Hell's Gate. That was a good orgy down there.
Did that. I started a Haunting on Hill House or whatever just tonight. Watched the first episode, and I'm totally grabbed by that already. I can't wait to watch more of that.
Good. Good. Excellent, Smithers.
And I know you guys aren't much of anime fans, but I started watching the second season of Castlevania, and man, it kicks just as much ass as the first season. Have you guys played Castlevania? Or
They made a
The side scroller, yeah.
Yeah, it's a side scroller and it's based off the game. Incredibly cool. I could see it being anyone's intro into anime because it avoids most of the super weird, I don't know, Japanese stuff that they throw in those.
Does Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super count as anime?
Yes, definitely they do.
Okay. Well, I watched that.
Yeah, I think guys should give it a go if you have 20 minutes here or there to check out. It's really good animation. It's a pretty cool story. Interesting take on Dracula. Um, I want to talk about more, but I don't want to give any spoilers away just because it is kind of new. But
So here's a quick question then.
Hmm.
You watched the whole show and you really liked it. Nugget, you've watched all of Haunted of Hill House and you really liked it. Neither one of you were as impressed with the last movies you went as you were with the TV shows. And you know how it used to be major release motion pictures, movies would come out, and everybody was all about the movies. TV shows were kind of second rate, and it seems like now most movies are second rate, and TV shows is where it's at because
I think it's because character development, a lot of it, you cannot really fit that into a movie, while the series is more forgiving because you can build on a character better, and I think you can pack more into a series. And now the movies itself, they get dull. They follow this success formula.
well,
in my
I think
eyes,
yeah, well, they definitely follow a success formula, and I think that's what you look at in any major releases or AAA releases or whatever you want to call them. Is there's the formula for what makes them money, and they're not going to invest the money in a movie unless they're positive of what the return is. You can actually still get some pretty good movies if you go to more of the indie or underground films kind of sort of thing, but because they can take more risks and do cooler things with it, you might not get as good graphics or video effects, but if you're looking for a story or anything, that's definitely where you have to go to anymore.
Yeah, J. Tro.
Exactly.
and I also think that Netflix in general and Hulu and whatever, Amazon, they put a lot of money into their own like networks now. Like the Haunting of Hill House or something, you see like how much money they put into that with actors and special effects. So I think that kind of changed also. Like they didn't have as much money back in the day than they have now for the TV series. In my eyes, that's how I feel about it. Like they have more resources available now.
No, definitely.
they could always, even back in the day when television shows were not the superior form of entertainment. I mean, they could have made character development then too. It's not like it's a new thing. I just don't understand. I'm glad, but I just don't understand why the flip.
I don't know. I've never been one to go to a movie and see it and then go, I can't wait for this to come out and buy it so I can see it again. And I've also not been one that's been too thrilled with sequels and everything else to movies. But for some reason, like these episodes, even though they're, if you think it's 10 episodes long, an hour a piece, that's 10 hours that you just spent watching something.
Mhm.
And then I'm craving that next season. When is it coming out?
I do think that these Netflix shows, in particular, Sabrina, and I get the feeling from Hill House, they do a great job of roping you in and wanting you to, or getting you to sit down and watch a second episode and then a third episode. Like they build them to be bingeable series, and that might have something to do with it too, because it keeps you rolling through it. Because they end on cliffhangers. Here's this giant monumental story moment. See you next time.
Yep.
You want to see how this resolves, then you better come back and watch the next episode.
Dun, dun,
I think
dun.
that's definitely roped into it. Not that they're not good series without that, but it definitely brings you back to finish them.
I think that's true. And honestly, if I think about it, not a lot of movies do that anymore, because I remember movies used to do that too. It's like, I think the very old movies said like the end and then all of a sudden question mark. But I know Transformers did it before too. They have like this massive cliffhanger where like, oh, now that something's going to happen. Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, they have like this cliffhanger. It's like, oh shit, something's going to happen, but what? And then obviously it didn't happen. But they don't do that anymore that as much in my eyes.
I think they get called out for that kind of stuff though, because a lot of times, if
It's bullshit. I didn't get what I paid for.
Yeah, bullshit. Didn't get what I paid for. Oh, it's clearly just a money grab because they're setting up another movie.
Wait a minute. You could tell there's going to be a Rocky 3 after Rocky 2. That's bullshit.
Exactly. And like I mean, I understand the sentiment a little bit. It seems kind of lame to not finish off a movie.
When I went to The Hobbit, I was kind of pissed off when I found out there was going to be more movies.
Oh, yeah, that third one just didn't need to happen.
No, it didn't, but still.
Like, but still.
I mean, the third one was the best one, I thought,
It
but
was that Battle of the
they
Five Armies.
could have
was-
definitely wrapped it up in 2 movies.
Yes, for sure. Well, because Battle of the Five Armies wasn't even in the Hobbit book, wasn't it? Like, I thought that was purely from the Silmarillion.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Silmarillion?
Cimmerillion.
I don't remember where the R and
Cimmerillion.
the L go. But, go ahead.
I was reading Lizzo's thing about Jughead. I've watched quite a bit of Riverdale from my kitchen table while my wife was watching it. That show's pretty good.
I remember starting it and just not caring for it at all.
Oh, I didn't
Also,
like
does
it.
it have-
I didn't like a lot. It's got a lot of I like to call it Vampire Diary qualities, where I'll be sitting over here on the computer doing whatever, and she's watching it, and I just roll my eyes like, oh my god, don't these teenager vampires, witches, whatever, have anything better to do than sit around and gossip outside the school? Oh, they're just talking about all this stupid teenage, like, what do you call, soap opera stuff. And then some shit happens, and I'm like, who's that guy? Well, why is he doing that? What? And she's like, shut up, leave me alone. You know, like, you haven't been watching it. Now I'm all like, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. What, is this guy a main character? Or, you know, and so sometimes it pulls me in from over here, you know, across the living room, but
it's not something you could sit there and watch.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I haven't chosen to, but sometimes I'm like, damn, I should probably.
Doesn't it have dog versions of werewolves?
I don't know.
Because that bugs me. I don't know. Maybe if Lizzo's watched enough of it, but I don't like my werewolves just turning into a wolf.
That's
talking about.
that's Twilight, dude. And
Oh yeah,
everybody's like, oh, it's a werewolf. That's a giant-sized dog.
that's a person who can shapeshift into a wolf.
You think a
That is
werewolf
not
should
the
walk
same
on
as a
twos?
werewolf. Oh, absolutely. Oh well, then I don't know what Riverdale is. What am I getting it confused with?
Riverdale's like kind of murder mystery shit. A lot of bullying going on in Riverdale
Okay,
too.
well then we're circling backwards from where I just came from, and I have no fucking clue what we're talking about. Now.
Bully,
Yeah,
not Buffy.
What show am I talking about that I absolutely hated? I thought that's what it was.
I'm still stuck on Archie.
No, it's in Buffy.
Was it the one show maybe that I think about? It's like where the teenagers and like at a certain age they die or something.
Nope.
I don't know. No, well that's like I think
Well,
they're
let's just get
like,
back
Yeah,
to
let's just
Archie.
move on. Move
Yeah.
on.
I think that's pretty much all I did.
Oh
I
boy.
don't think I have anything else. I don't have a whole lot going on. So I think we'll pass this back to Wes.
Ooh, my turn.
Your turn. Mix
German
it up.
last. You're not first, you're last, Pascal. Shit, what does that say about me? What did I do? Let's see. Played some Red Dead Redemption. I absolutely heart that game, and I can't wait to play more of it. I'm shocked that Nugget has not played more of it. I'm going to thump him. I played a little bit of Black Ops 4 Blackout last night. I made myself play something different because I needed to play something besides just Red Dead Redemption because we couldn't come on here and only play one game, could we?
Mm-hmm.
Could we? Could we?
Oh, question mark?
So I played some of that. Actually got to play with Husker and Beast Mode last night, and we tore it up. If by tearing it up you mean got our ass kicked about 9,000 times and laughed our asses down the hill. It was really fun. We had a good time. I think it's a solid game. I think it's a good BR. I don't think it's going to take PUBG's place, but I think it could satisfy that itch if you're not a huge. Is that a King Gathalia? No, Halifax. Okay. I think it could take, like, for me, it has totally taken PUBG's place. I would rather play that than PUBG, but that's because one, it's on the console. It's just less hassle getting in and out, and the games don't take as long. I don't feel like.
I am impressed still at the. Oh my god, I got to sneeze. I'm sorry.
Oh no!
I'm gonna fight it. Fighting it. the burn feels so good.
That push right here.
Speed of picking things up.
Gotten
Like when I look at a stack of ammo in PUBG, and I pick it up and I look and it's still there. So I pick it up again, I look and it's still there, and I pick it up again, I look and it's still there, and I'm like, I'm gonna die because I can't pick up this ammo. And I watch Blackout? Yeah, I watch Blackout, and it's like pick it up in my inventory, pick it up in my inventory, pick it up.
What was
and
even
like,
better
wow.
was it used to be you had to hold X to pick things. Well, default settings is you have to hold X to pick things up. Pain in my ass. Went in, changed the setting to tap instead of hold. Like magic, you pick shit up, never stop moving. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it's nice. I like it. Don't really have any major complaints with it. There's a lot of lore in there that I don't understand yet. I'm gonna have to figure that out. See what's going on there. Zombies. Zach, did you ever play zombies? Pascal, I know you played zombies. No.
I played a zombie.
Last night, there's a lot of zombie stuff in this blackout mode. Last night, I was at a place when I spawned in, and it had like this big beam of light coming out of the ground, shooting up into the air. And when I got there, you could hear like the zombie noises. And then the zombies started coming up out of the ground, and we had to kill zombies while we were trying to get looted up for the Battle Royale. Then I heard a monkey. I didn't know it was a monkey until I saw it. Say, hi, I'm a monkey, you want to play? And apparently you throw the monkey and it attracts zombies and then blows up.
Really?
But then I went up on the roof of this place and I found a chest, a wooden chest, a wooden crate, and it had like lightning and stuff going around it. And I opened it up and there was like, the first thing I saw was level 3 armor, and I pushed to get the level 3 armor, and I don't know what happened, but the chest just started floating in the air, and it was like, ha, see you later, and it just shot off into space or whatever, and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? I didn't get the armor either, so Pascal, explain.
I don't know. I mean, I never experienced that, but I mean, I played the zombies mode. But I don't know. Maybe we have to do some research on that. Maybe some COD players that play that will let us know over Twitter or comment on the video on YouTube, because I have literally no idea what that means. But it sounds like to me that's just like, maybe it's like random of luck, and then they gave you the best item, you want to pick it up, and just kind of trolled you, like a little troll.
I think it has to do I don't know. There's something there. Maybe we had to kill all the zombies or something.
Yeah, maybe to kill all the zombies, right? Yeah.
Oh.
But now I have a question to the bomb really quick though. When the little monkey thing. So if you throw it in any house, will zombies spawn there, or is it just when zombies are in the area?
I have no idea.
Okay.
No idea. So then that's all I played. A lot of Red Dead Redemption 2. It's a great game. Then I watched a couple more episodes of The Haunting of Hill House. Got me hooked. I'm gonna go probably sneak off of here.
I remember last time you said it didn't have you hooked yet.
It did now. 2. The first I watched the first episode, was not hooked. Second episode, I was like, I'm not gonna be sleeping tonight.
I think they did an incredibly good job building the suspense in the first episode.
Yeah, well, yeah, but wait until there's a scene in a funeral home, and that particular show, I don't know if they have a different director for it or what, but the way that was shot and filmed and framed together was so good. And I just finished watching that one tonight and the one after it. And I am really excited. They're working stories on 3 fronts. I feel like I'm watching Lost. They're working stories in the past. They're working stories in the present. And then there's some kind of weird third dimension thing that I'm starting to see shades of, that I'm like, what do we got going on here? Let's Wayne know there's no spoilers.
I will.
But I love the show, so I can't wait to finish it. I'll probably finish it tonight, if not tonight, tomorrow for sure. Or I'll do what I did last week when I was off and stay up till 6 o'clock in the morning watching it. So.
Oh yeah.
I didn't watch anything else. That's all I've done. German chocolate, take it for the win.
Yay. I played Red Dead this week.
A little bit, right?
Pretty extensively. Yeah, I had 2 days off and I used them as my fullest. So I finished the main story of Red Dead. That doesn't mean I'm done. I'm like, I think 70% completion. There's a lot of side missions I still have to do and a lot of other things. Whole new area that I have to look into. So pretty cool. I can't wait until you guys are there because it's definitely good discussion. Other than that, I didn't really watch anything, to be honest. Yesterday I watched Wes play some games, and then I got really tired and went to bed. And
so did Beast Mode, apparently.
And started watching Spider-Man: Homecoming, and fell asleep because I was too tired, not because the movie was bad. Actually,
That's
pretty
the
good.
Animated. Which one's Homecoming?
No,
the
it's a
newer
new
one
with
The newest one.
Holland Kid, I think.
now
It's
you
pretty good.
you kind of didn't want to watch that one.
No, I didn't. I literally, like, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it was actually pretty fun so far. But I didn't finish it. Like, I fell asleep. But from what I've seen, it was actually pretty good. And it was pretty much it. So yeah, pretty boring. Red Dead and that one movie.
So we had talked recently, and you talked about how you were going to take your time with Red Dead and not rush through it. What happened?
I didn't rush through it. I just literally, like,
60 to
yesterday,
70 hour campaign, I've heard.
No, that's not true. First of all, it's with all the side missions. I did do all the
It's
side
47 and a half. All right, back
but
off.
yeah, but no, I mean, I just played it and just couldn't stop playing it and just literally focused on that. I mean, didn't do really much beside it. So I liked it and I still gonna play it. And speaking of which, multiplayer is gonna launch in beta in 3 days on the 9th. So kind of the same thing they did with GTA. I think waited 2 weeks after or 1 week after release and then do the online part. So that's coming out. So I'm gonna try that. Also, apparently gonna have a battle royale mode. So
That has my attention.
Data mining. They found that there were some battle royale things. So yep.
I don't know how fun that would be.
I guess we'll see. I think they're gonna improve on the first ones, not GTA Online. They want to focus more on the first one, Red Dead Online. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much sums it up for my exciting week.
All right. Well, you watch no TV?
Nope. Really
You watched no
didn't.
movie?
I
Well,
watched-
you
I
did. You
watched
watched
some-
Spider-Man and fell asleep.
Yeah, I watched The Office, if that counts.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I don't really have any news to cover. I know a couple of you guys talked about some things that we could talk about. I did want to talk some more about Red Dead Redemption, though, but I don't know exactly what I want to talk about. Pascal, do you want to go like further into detail, like give us some sort of story review with no spoilers? I was hoping Nugget had played quite a bit more, and we could all kind of have a roundy table about it, but
Even if I played, I guarantee you it wouldn't have anything to do with the main story. I probably would have came in here going, I rode my horse for
Riding
like
on a
7
buffalo.
hours, and I shot some animals.
There's a bunch of Easter eggs. I'm not gonna go into that much because I think Easter eggs are always fun if you explore them yourself and find them.
Yeah.
There are some cool ones. Some old time Easter eggs, some very modern time Easter eggs. So pretty cool. That I found on random on accident. Basically, there is. The only thing that is not a spoiler necessary, especially if you played the first thing, I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen, but I can tell you that it's kind of like the first one. Like, you can have more than 1, 2, or 3 characters you can play, but that's
like with a prologue and epilogue and all that.
there's there and again, once you get to the epilogue, what I can tell you, that's another like at least 10-15 hours of story content.
Wow.
So it ties in the gap between Red Dead 2 and 1 because Red Dead 2 is a prequel. So it ties in the story. It's pretty nice. Like I love like the normal story, I guess, but the epilogue, I think that was my favorite part of the whole game. But again, I'm not going into detail because I don't want to spoil it. I feel like that the beginning was pretty painful with the controls picking up and stuff, but after 2 hours of just playing it, it functions perfectly. It's smooth, especially when you can actually do everything after you finish that. Like the tutorial, it's just so much fun. Like it just doesn't get old. Like the scenery, it's beautiful. It looks good, plays good.
Let's get down to the real business, buddy. What kind of horse you riding?
And what is it?
A Palomino?
Arabian.
You got the white Arabian too?
Yeah.
That's my horse. I got the white Arabian. I know. How many times did you get thrown off it while you're trying to tame it?
Probably like 15 times.
Okay, yeah, because it was rough. But
yeah, I mean, I also did kind of spoil it for me because I went to the achievements, not the hidden ones, but I kind of wanted to see what the online achievements are. And yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a full-blown Red Dead Redemption Online thing. I don't think it's going to be too affected like GTA Online, but it's big bucks for Rockstar, so maybe it is something to worry about, but it looks like it's going to be a lot like the first multiplayer.
Yeah. Think about it. Most of the bullshit in GTA Online happens in the lobby, which is just the free roam world, So...
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that once the online part joins and we kind of want to play together, I think that we do like a friend session or like PvE session, So I'm not too worried about it. The only thing I'm worried about is it takes forever to load into online. But no, I mean, it's great. Like I said, I have so much to talk about it, but it really is like a discussion that we should have once everybody finished the main story, because there's so much to talk about after that, but I don't want to spoil anything because I'm really bad with like describing something without spoiling it. So but yeah, I think you both are still in for a treat. And if Zach ever picks up a newer Xbox, he's in definitely for a treat, because I don't think this is going to come out for PC anytime soon.
I'll wait.
He's patient.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen my Steam library? All the time in the world.
Mister, I just got The Witcher.
Yeah.
That's okay. I haven't beat The Witcher yet.
Picking up that new expansion for Total War.
Somebody was playing that already on Twitch.
They gave early access out to a ton of streamers.
It's the way of the road now, man. All right.
I tell you what I hate, speaking of spoilers and seeing stuff early. I have not watched one episode of Walking Dead, so I can't say anything about that's going to be a spoiler. But I have seen things. And I'm tired of Instagram Walking Dead telling me things that are happening before they even happen.
What do you mean?
Stop following them.
I guess. Like literally 4 episodes prior to someone dying, Instagram was on there like, we're going to miss you, so-and-so. We're going to miss you, so-and-so. And the cast is all hugging them like, oh my God, it's been so great being here with you.
Obviously a fan site.
Stop that shit.
Just some fan site. That reminds me, though, speaking of The Walking Dead.
It's The Walking Dead's official Instagram.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm 100% sure.
Okay. That sucks.
That yeah, it does.
I did see the news where everybody thought, what's Rick Grimes' name? Andrew Lincoln?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thought that, spoiler, it's out there in the news, guys. I can't help it. It's everywhere. But apparently he's not going to make it forever. I don't know when or what. I haven't watched it in 2 seasons. But apparently he's leaving the show. And I don't know if he's dying. I don't know what happens. I just know he's leaving the show. But apparently, just found out last week that he has signed on to do a 3-movie deal reprising his role as Rick Grimes. Then I found out they were A&E? A&E, yeah. A&E original movies. AMC, whatever channel it comes on.
Yeah.
Original movies. So, what's your thoughts on that, Walking Dead fan?
I would see it.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think he's a phenomenal actor. So some of the badass shit that he's done in this show, I would like to see what they could get away with in a movie, especially if they make it like rated R.
I personally The Walking Dead's pretty damn rated R, dude.
I know.
Okay.
But they get a little more in there with the movies. Like,
okay.
They get free reign. On Walking Dead, they can only do so many things so many times, and then they can't do it the rest of the episode.
I've heard N words and P words and all kinds of crap on there. I'm just glad. Like, I could not imagine The Walking Dead without Rick Grimes. I have a hard time with that. I'm stoked that, even though I haven't watched it in 2 seasons, I'm stoked that it's not really over. You know? That he's going to be in at least 3 more movies. So then again,
and they've been doing the crossovers with Fear the Walking Dead, so who knows where they could go with that eventually, of bringing the favorite people from Fear the Walking Dead into The Walking Dead and continue on some different paths, some different stories.
Yeah, I need to pick that back up. I quit watching the after the first episode where I think it was season 8, maybe season 7 or 8, the first episode where Negan played baseball with his little stick.
I stopped watching in season 5, I think, when they got to that one city, Alexandria.
Season 1 here.
Yeah, I liked the show, the concept, but I feel like after season 2, it kind of drifted in a direction that I didn't like and enjoy anymore. So, but I had to watch it, I guess. But I'm not a big fan.
They got rid of a lot of
people.
Then.
I like the first season a lot. But the second and third, I was like, okay, this is more about the characters, which I get, but I kind of wanted a different thing. I wanted like a scarier kind of approach, because I grew up on the George A. Romero zombie movies. That's kind of what I wanted, like a TV show strictly about zombies, but it went into this DayZ kind of character development, I guess. Like, it's more against the people, not the real threat, which I get is good for people, and I don't hate everybody who likes it, but I stopped really enjoying it. So,
well, I mean, I think that was the play on words with the title. I found out from TJ was that The Walking Dead doesn't refer to the zombies; it's talking about the people that are still alive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it. I think I had gotten tired of a lot of stuff with it, and I just kind of gave up.
It's the same with Fear of Walking Dead, though, right? I mean, it's not like it's all character there too, right? It's not like, I mean,
I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I watched the first episode or second. I was like, that's
about how far I made it. Second episode, and I was done.
Why?
But I just didn't enjoy it. I think it was the leading up to it was more. You're talking about characters in The Walking Dead. Now it's Fear the Walking Dead is prior to everything. So you're really learning about characters and your character development, and it just didn't interest me. But people say now they just absolutely love it. Like, it's getting up there to being pretty popular now.
Yep. Which reminds me, we need to play some State of Decay 2 sometime, guys.
Oh yeah, they put a lot of new things out.
Anyway, you guys, anybody got any real news to hit on? Because I got nothing.
Yep. I mean, Nugget mentioned something with Destiny. What was that, Nugget?
I was just wanting to remind anybody that was listening that if you have BattleNet prior to 24 days ago, you got Destiny 2 for free as a gift for being with them.
And only redeemable until the 18th?
If you already have what if you already have Destiny 2? Do you get another code for it?
I don't know. Mine was just there to download. It wasn't a code. It was just download, like download now or install now.
So you just added it to your library, basically.
Yeah. So I don't know how that works, but if you guys are interested in Destiny 2 and you just didn't want, or you wasn't interested in it, but would be because it's free, that now's your chance to play it on PC. Mm-hmm. And that's what my November 14th question mark was, because I couldn't remember the actual last day that you could claim that. So
it's the 14th or the 18th or it's something like that. I'm not sure which in it is, but it was something like that, and it won't tell me again because I could Google it. But
I got some news too.
Go for it.
BF5, the EA Access and Origin Access and Premiere, I guess, on this Friday, the 9th, will start their 10-hour trial on Xbox and Origin Access or Premiere. You can play the full game already. If not, if you pre-ordered the deluxe version, which is with my discount, I think $60, you can play it on Tuesday. Full game, you can play it if you want it. Advantages, not really, because I played the beta and you don't really have an advantage for having a laser gun. BF5 patch notes also will be released, and one of the lead developers, Dave Sirland, released a tweet with the patch notes and how long it is. How long? I mean, you probably see it in my comments there, but how long do you guys think a normal patch note is? Like, how many pages?
3.
Okay, fair enough. It's 135 pages long. This is all feedback, and since what they changed since the beta, since what they have changed, what they tweaked, what they added on content, what they removed, what they didn't like, what people didn't like, what they changed. So 135 pages will be released, and they're also planning on having weekly dev talks of what they're working on aside of their roadmap. So what I think is pretty cool. And when you have a patch notes of 135 pages, I think that's pretty crazy. So I'm actually looking forward to play it on Friday. I will do my 10-hour trial and then play like a religion starting next Tuesday. So
And also, Battlefield 1 is free on Xbox Live right now.
Sweet, yeah.
If you have gold.
And if you listened to me before and got the free premium that was there before, you have a full game for free with all the expansions, all the guns, whatever. So, pretty neat. So, my question though is, Nugget, are you going to get Battlefield 5?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Are you going to play it?
Absolutely not.
At least he's honest.
Who knows? The bad part about Battlefield 5 though is I got to get it twice, because I know 2 yahoos that have PC that I'll have to play it with, along with other yahoos that have it on Xbox.
Just make them make the switch.
If you want, you can just try out the premiere and
True,
for
yeah,
$15. That's what I do with Madden. No, yeah, the premiere would be $15. You pay it's $100 a year. We talked about this with Madden. It's $100 a year or $15 a month. I would do it for a month. You get the game how many days early?
10 days. Like
10 days.
The normal release of the standard game is Friday, next Friday. The deluxe version is Tuesday, and the early access release, I guess what they have this play a service. Yeah, I know. It's because they have all different versions.
If I get Origin Premiere, when can I play the goddamn game?
Friday.
Friday, okay. It's the full game. You'll be able to play it, and obviously they're not going to put add-ons out, but you get the ultimate edition of the game basically, and you'll be able to play it for 10 days early or something, and you can play it for a month with them, and they'll probably quit playing it, and you don't have to buy the whole game. You can be $15 and done with it.
True that. Yeah, it'd be about as long as everybody plays it that I know.
Yeah,
plays it on
I mean when we did Madden, I got Madden on PC for that, got it early, played the shit out of it, and everybody that played on PC was like, "Yay, PC!" And then nobody plays it on PC anymore. So I spent $15 and I was happy with what I got because it was fun, but I don't have it anymore. I have it on the Xbox.
So I sort of rolled through something that Lizzo brought up. I don't know anything about it. You all might have some insight on it.
I do.
But a game called Diablo Immortal, I guess?
Yep.
So
what?
I'm assuming everybody thought that this was going to be like a game, I'm assuming?
Yeah, that's what everybody's been expecting for quite some time, is that Diablo was going to make an announcement for basically Diablo 4, and what those jackasses get up on stage and do is say, "Hey, how about this Diablo Immortal mobile game, basically just a reskin version of one of those Chinese grinding games,
free to play,
get you some loot boxes, you motherfuckers."
But you can only open 6 in a day unless you buy extra keys.
Oh yeah, Lizzo, do you not have a phone? That's what they got up there. They get up there and they're giving their spiel about it all, and someone asks a question about if they're gonna bring it to PC, and the dude presenting is just like, "What? You guys don't have phones?" As everyone's booing him.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's
Lost
Blizzard,
their touch with
right?
reality, huh?
Yeah, and so reading a little bit into this, Blizzard, so everybody's describing it as just being spit in the face. Like that's what it's
Mhm.
described by a lot
That's
of
how I
fans.
feel.
Thousands of angry reviews, but the Blizzard co-founder Alan Adams says he admits that they expected negative response, but not to this degree.
But the thing is mobile games apparently run the fucking world when it comes to making money.
Yeah.
So, like, they make more money than a lot of the big AAA video games. These stupid mobile games do. That's all they care about right now.
Free-to-play model. That's the free-to-play
Yeah.
model, and people just buy and buy. And like, oh, I like this game. It's kind of grindy, so I buy myself some crystals to fasten it up, and I get an advantage over everybody.
There's definitely that. There's definitely, you have to look at the fact that they're not spending nearly as much money in the beginning to put a game like that out. They're not spending millions of dollars on development. They're spending maybe $100,000 to push that thing through.
Did they say that too, Lizzo? You want AAA games? You think you do, but you don't.
I don't.
You might be talking to
didn't
me.
hear that.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh boy, if they said that, they really fucking
Yeah.
brave.
It was the first time that Blizzard has ever been booed at BlizzCon.
I can imagine.
At their own
That's crazy.
convention.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, Sasquatch Nugget.
Yes, sir.
There is something I wanted you to talk about because I didn't get to see it. I don't know if
Okay.
Pascal saw it. You mentioned earlier when we were talking that Angry Joe did not have kind words for Fallout 76. I'm excited for this Fallout 76, but I'm scared. I'm so scared that it's going to be a waste.
That's pretty much his thing. He's like, he wants it because it's Fallout,
Mhm.
but he feels like it's just an empty game that they just did a couple little updates to. It's the same thing as Fallout 4. They just did a few little updates. That he said the AI is horrible in it. They like one AI thing. They were a level 2 or 3. They ran up on this AI. It was a level 30, and they killed it because they stayed in a certain position where it wouldn't attack them.
Yeah.
So it's like
That sounds like some Fallout engine.
Glitchy.
Shit.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I watched them fight for like 2 minutes. These ghouls that should have been easy to kill, before they realized that the ghouls had just glitched out standing up, and they were continuously fighting them because they thought they weren't dead.
I watched somebody play a little bit of it beginning of this last weekend or whatever, and he just brought up a good point that what really makes a Fallout game is the story that comes with it, because the gameplay is always lackluster and kind of boring.
The exploration in the story, the lore that you find all over the place, the world.
His take on it all was, even the story and everything that's supposed to be compelling is boring. So how are you supposed to enjoy a game with lackluster gameplay when everything else is also lackluster?
Yeah, this
Pascal?
is like one part I watched on there was Angry Joe, and it's starting to tell a little bit of the story, and he was just like, and he just starts snoring as they're talking, like in the middle of it.
Sorry.
Pascal, I may be spending my allowance on something else, man. I don't know.
No, that's fine. Get Assassin's Creed or something.
Yeah.
No, I play with Wes, and after that session, like Wes and I pretty much had the same thing, like what Joe felt, I guess. Like we are like, it is kind of Fallout, but it's not, and I don't know. Another thing Wes also put today in our WhatsApp group was the what was it? Fallout 4 will get removed.
Yeah.
Bethesda planned it perfectly.
That shit pissed me off. I knew something like that was coming. You can't take games out of the Game Pass, y'all. This is what happened. I'm sorry. I got feelings on this. I got feelings. I got to take over. Pascal, I'm so glad you brought that up. So I'm scrolling through the Microsoft Xbox Game Pass service last night, because they have a lot of really, trademark. They have a lot of really good games in that thing. And I'm thinking, I wonder how long it's going to be since is Skyrim in it?
I don't actually know.
Fallout's in it. Fallout's in it, and I think Fallout 3 is in it. I'm like, well, I wonder how long it'll be. And Elder Scrolls Online is in it. I'm like, how long is it going to be before Fallout 76 lands on Xbox Live Game Pass? Why do I want to pay $60 for it if I could just pay the $9.99 a month that I do to get all these other games and have that too? I wonder how long it's going to be. So I'm just kind of browsing through the selections that they have. And I see Fallout 4 there, and I'm like, oh, Fallout 4, you're so awesome. I don't care what other people say. And it says, leaving 11, 17, 18, or something like that. They're taking it off the Game Pass. Bullshit move, Bethesda.
And I think Doom has not been there a long time.
No, it hasn't.
But so now they're getting ready to maximize on their sales for
Yeah.
Fallout 76 or Fallout 4. So yeah,
That's some
they're
bullshit.
Bethesda has always been. The thing is, Bethesda always has been like that. Now it just gets more attention because everybody's excited for Fallout 76, and now it kind of looks like, oh.
But don't put your games into these packages like that and then rip them out. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's like
that's one thing I respect about EA. When they add games to their EA Access vault, they straight up say once a game goes in the vault, it will never come out.
Yeah,
and that's an assurance that apparently we need.
And Game Pass, like it has this thing that, what I feel, if this is now like a 6 months for a game or something, especially Fallout, which takes a lot to play and to experience everything, I feel like that Game Pass might turn into a direction that developers have too much, or publishers too much to say in it. That it's basically, here you pay like $100 a year or something, but we don't guarantee you how long our game is. But if you like it, you get the 10% discount on it. You can buy it. You can try it for like 4 months, and if you really like it, if it's like a multiplayer game, you can.
Or they can put their early access, GoFundMe games in there.
Right.
So you're telling me that I could lose Forza Horizon 2 any moment?
I don't think that's going to happen just because Microsoft owns that shit.
Just saying.
Potentially,
first somebody to take something out of it.
I don't think Microsoft will remove their first party titles.
No, I don't either. But
I'm just saying.
Yeah. There's a game that's been in there from day one since what was it, E3 when they announced it.
Yeah,
it was in there. They're like, Fallout 4 is going to be in there starting today, and then it's gone later the same year.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
So, and right before the launch of the new Fallout, so kind of shady, and I kind of can see through that. So I don't know, like, not a reason why I wouldn't buy the game, the new one, but it's kind of shows that, like, oh shit, people really don't
because
like
people were going, you know what, Fallout 4 is actually better, and I can get it for $9.99 a month.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's what it is.
All the other games. And that's, I think, for the value you get, if like the first party titles alone, if Microsoft has some good lineup, for me was, I guess, Sea of Thieves, which was okay, State of Decay, okay, but Forza Horizon kind of made it alone already the Game Pass worth it, because of $60 game, you got it, for what, like $9, or depending on whatever you got, that pays for itself, so I don't know.
I call bullshit shenanigans. All right, who else got news? Zach, you got news?
Just my Total War that's coming out on Thursday, and a giant list of patch notes that comes with it. The biggest patch notes I've ever seen for the Total War game. Definitely not 135 pages long, but probably like 10.
Nice.
Changing a bunch of
How
stuff.
much is that expansion?
$17.99 if you buy it before Thursday. It'll be $20 on Thursday.
Not bad.
No,
I mean, it looks like there's a lot of content.
Yeah, whole nother race with all specific units. They've added new pieces of land to the maps to harbor these new factions from the race. And
that will be $50 for Destiny 2.
Will it?
Well, Destiny's expansions are $49.99, I think, right? Or $39.99.
They recently changed, though, that if you get the Forsaken thing, whatever the new one that they had come out with, they were still requiring you to purchase the standalone add-ons at like $29.99 a piece, and they've recently.
Wow.
Yeah, they I think they got the big D in the little A on that one because they've recently changed now that if you buy Forsaken, you also have those other things included. So
Oh yeah, it's about time.
yeah. Well, after they have like an expansion pass and a season pass and a yearly pass, whatever the hell that is, that's on top. I don't understand their pricing model. I quit trying to keep up with it.
It's too hard to do.
What else, guys?
But
What
no,
else?
have you guys seen this new World War III game that came out?
It's aight. It's
Looks
still
like
very
Battlefield.
early access.
Have
Yeah,
you played it, or are you just saying
I
that's
have.
what you've watched?
I watched some Battlefield YouTubers, and I also have 2 friends who played it, and they're not really like they say it needs a lot of time still. There's a lot of
gotcha.
things that are not really good at it, but it's fun. But it's not as fun like, hey, here's $50 or $30, whatever, for a game. It's
gotcha.
far away from that.
Oh
I've
shit!
seen a couple people that I watch from time to time who stream a lot more of the realistic games. So like Squad and whatever the World War II version of Squad is that came out. The shit, I can't remember it. Had a weird name, but that one that I've been streaming like World War III almost exclusively. So I wonder if it might not hit that vein a little bit better than it does any of the 72 to 47.
Oh boy. Was that a final?
There's still 15 minutes left.
Oh,
Sorry,
boy.
go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
I was trying to be
saying
quiet.
I'm kind of curious about it because it looks like it might be a little bit more suited to the realism side than the arcade side that Battlefield does. But
Yeah, I watched Big Shy played at Blitzkills. Blitzkill bought it.
What's
But
it called?
World War III.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it seriously looked. I thought they were playing Sort of thought they were playing Battlefield when I walked in.
yeah, I could see that. I don't know. I don't have very much else.
I heard that Blizzard was remastering, re-releasing Warcraft 3.
Oh yeah, they are. It's on the launcher and everything.
That shit's gonna be the bomb.
War has returned. Relive the epic origins of Azeroth's greatest heroes in Warcraft 3 Reforged, a stunning reimagining of the revolutionary real-time strategy game.
Dude, Warcraft 3 was the shit back in the day. So I imagine that is going to be insanely
Just
popular.
King of LAN parties.
And it is only going to be $30.
I didn't play it much, but I just about everybody I knew was all over that shit. So
Yeah, I was never much of a I played Warcraft. I had the battle chests and everything, but I'm just really bad at RTSs.
Me too.
Like really bad.
Wes has a phone. He can play Diablo Immortal. Get him on the phone. Let him know. Get him on the phone. Let him know that I got their back. I'm with them.
Out of water.
Tell him that they can ICQ me on my PC though. And
Oh, I miss ICQ.
The good old days.
That's where you found all the bad news.
yeah, baby, ASL.
Oh, they announced a new character for Overwatch at BlizzCon. Ash. She's kind of
Tranny.
like a hybrid between 76 and McCree. Single shot rifle, Western style. It's like a Winchester.
Doesn't come with any baggage or anything.
No. The ultimate that she gets seems, I don't know. She summons an Omnic, which is their android robot thing in that lore, that comes onto the field towards a person you call it onto, knocks them up in the air, and then stands around and shoots things with guns. And it can be healed, it can be damage boosted, it can be crowd controlled. It just seems like it's going to be hard to keep balanced. I don't see how you can add another character essentially onto a team for a short period of time without breaking the game or making it totally useless. I don't see how it can stay balanced, but it's on test. I should download it and check it out this weekend.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I think that's all I got.
Pascal?
I just wanted to be nice to the people and remind them of the free games.
Yep. and I just want to remind my friends of Battlefield 5 so that I'm not alone. But hey, I'll probably will play it alone. That's okay.
Not alone.
I am
Do
here
I-
with you.
Do I have to do the battle pass thing or whatever the hell it is to get the 10-hour trial?
You need Origin Access, which is a
Oh.
$4.99 at least to get the 10-hour trial. That's one of the features you have.
I wouldn't pay $5 to play it for 10 hours, 10 days early,
Yeah.
or however many days early, because then you're just gonna wish you still had it, and
Yeah.
it's not gonna be any good anyway.
Pull the
I-
trigger.
Hey, they got a lot more on that game.
Yeah.
At least it takes skill on Battlefield.
Yeah.
Oh my!
All you have to do to win in Call of Duty is get a submachine gun.
Pretty much. In multiplayer, I don't know about Blackout, but
And
yeah.
especially with Blackout, all you gotta do is just get like 700
Apparently-
stim packs, so you can just run away and stim and heal up the whole time.
Apparently, all you have to do to lose in Blackout is drink a lot, have your teammate run completely the opposite direction from where he was supposed to land and where you and your other teammate are, get in a helicopter, run into a helicopter on the way to pick up your long lost buddy. That helicopter gets destroyed. Lands your helicopter next to your long lost buddy, who drives off in a 4-wheeler going the other way. And you're like, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "I don't know." And then another helicopter lands next to us, and they shoot us to death, and we blow up because we were trying to rescue our friend who rode off on a 4-wheeler. Beast mode.
Sounds like you want to play Battlefield, because that's some Battlefield shit right there.
That happened last night. It was kind of nuts.
That sounds fun.
It was a hoot. We laughed a lot. I can definitely. We had a lot of laughs. He said, "What did I do?"
Obviously, you didn't know.
Well,
What you did.
he had about 3 matches. He had about 2 or 3 matches in there at the end where he was laughing so hard he kept saying he couldn't breathe. So I can't breathe. It's all on the VOD. Just go back and watch it. It'll be a couple of matches before I start playing Madden. Come back from a little
You know
break and
shit
it's like,
hit the fan if you
where'd
had to
Beast
back and
Mode
play
go?
Madden.
No, I played Husker and Madden. We split a game each, and it was fun. Beast Mode just disappeared on us. Yeah, we were doing Hulk Hogan impersonations, and that just got him. Beast Mode was dying laughing, and he couldn't breathe, and disappeared on us. I almost thought about checking on him today.
Brother?
That's what we were doing. Anyway, if there's no more news, Nugget's got the sauce. He's got the sauce news.
Yeah, we didn't go with the funny one this week. I
No?
went with a more serious, weird, and wacky news. So
I
let me
hope no
pull
one
it up here.
died.
No, close. But they
Dismemberment.
didn't. So, some scrapes and abrasions. They're going to make it.
Okay.
Was just reading about a thing, and they're pressing criminal charges for this. But in high school, you used to do some crazy stuff. Like if you played sports, EA Sports, sometimes you go prank the other team, steal their mascot head, run around with it, steal a trophy out of their trophy case.
Oh, is this the Army?
Army
Air
Air
Force?
Force. Army stole the Air Force's mascot, which was a 22-year-old Falcon, a real Falcon. They flew around at the beginning of the game. So they stole it and brought it back bloodied, scraped, and bruised, and they think it'll be able to fly. So whatever their container they put it in, it roughed itself up, being probably scared to death.
Right?
So they brought it back, deep apologies, and they go into all the Army mottos about respect and dignity, and that was none. And I haven't read any more into it to see what's going to happen to them, but it looks like somebody is going to be pressing charges for this. Once they get down to the names, they know who's, I guess, most part of everything that's going on in it. So I'll try to keep you up to date next week, see if there's any further information on it. I just thought it pissed me off.
That's
You
pretty
know,
Yeah,
it's one
that's
thing
kinda
to
shitty.
Steal something. Maybe they stole a cow, like it was just going to lay there in the back of a bed somewhere.
Just
and be like,
kidnap the
"Moo."
guy that's dressed up like a falcon.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't kidnap
don't-
the Falcon.
Yeah.
Well, when
or-
you said 20 or whatever Falcon, I thought it was like literally like a 20-year-old or something guy that was dressed up as a Falcon. I didn't know it was a living animal. That's fucked up. Dude. That's really
You
fucked
see
up.
him beating the mascot with a baseball bat
Yeah,
in the back of a van.
Apparently they didn't do anything to it other than kidnap it, but it's a fucking animal. It doesn't know what's going on. You stuff it in a box, it's going to hurt itself.
You know, it needs special types of care.
Yeah,
that they don't know anything about.
Little perturbed, little aggravated at that one. I don't like when people are mean to animals. So.
And this is people from West Point we're talking about.
Yeah,
it's amazing, wonderful. All right,
so that was it. That was the weird.
Those are obviously future Space Force soldiers.
That's where they should have been sent.
Maybe. All right.
Hopefully you guys went out and voted today.
I did.
So congratulations to you all. Pascal's he's
a terrorist threat.
He's part of the caravan that's on its way from wherever. Anyways, I don't want to get political, but if you believe in voting, good for you. I'm glad you did. So
you believe in voting, Nugget?
Oh no. I live in a world where I'm the king of the world, and I only vote for myself or defend myself if I
kind of wrote yourself in. You realize maybe because you haven't voted in so long, you realize you could write yourself in on any ballot, and you yourself could be king of the world.
There, like Sasquatch Nugget, 1% of the vote. Like I made it on the news.
There you go.
How many? Okay, for the next primary election, how many people from the podcast and Twitch will vote for me if I put myself in for presidential election?
Oh,
it'll be Trump, Kanye West, Sasquatch Nugget, independent. I want to be VP.
I voted one time. I wanted to see what it was all about. When I turned 18, I voted, and we got, who was it? Bush, I think, when I graduated, 2000. Yeah, and that's when I could vote. So I voted in Bush. Then we went into war, and I decided that wasn't a good time to hand over the reins while we're in the middle of a war. So I voted again, and then decided voting for someone who will. And I don't want to get people riled up. So this is just my personal opinion of why I do not vote and why I live in my own world where I do my own things and I try to abide by the law and be a nice citizen to the world. But no matter which side you're on, there's always going to be someone there that's going to lie, cheat, steal, and hold the people down. That's why there's two sides, so they can divide. You can't divide one nation. It has to have two sides to be divided. So I don't want to partake in that. And that's why I didn't.
They're all crooked sumbitches, no matter what they say.
I hope you guys did, and whoever won, I hope it was who you voted for.
There
How much
go.
turn signal go left? Good luck, everyone else.
And at that rate, now that we're all done voting, I think we will reconvene. We can adjourn right now and reconvene at a later date, which would be next Tuesday at around 10:30 p.m., 10:15, 10. Good for everybody.
Ren 10.
Ren 10 Tuesday. All right. Well, guys,
you're so savvy.
We got a nice, quick, short episode tonight. That means I get more time to play games. So I'll go play some Blackout, and then I'm gonna play some Red Dead.
I might hang around with a little bit of it while I fall asleep here.
Awesome. All right. Well, I had fun, guys. Thanks for joining me as always. Guys in the crowd, thanks for coming out and participating and chatting and watching and supporting. Please find us on iTunes and Anchor. And I'm trying to put the podcast Spotify. And leave us a review. Share it with your friends if you think they would enjoy it. That's the best thing you can do to help us out. We would appreciate it greatly.
And review.
Yeah.
Don't spend any money on advertising here.
And send us an Instagram. I want to see you all tattoo it on somebody's palm. I want to go old school. Write it on chick's palm. Listen to this podcast.
There you go.
Take
there you go.
And send it to us.
And let me take a picture of your palm.
That's right. Is it sweaty? Is your palm?
I don't want to know what's on that
Yeah,
palm.
My palm would be extremely sweaty if someone walked up to me and be like, "Here, give me your hand while I listen to this podcast. Thanks."
Mine would be
Oh,
blistered.
by the way, let me take a picture of this.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, on that, we're out.
Good night.
Have a good week. Bye.
See you guys.